Hi, everybody from Berea. Another day of training camp for the Browns, but unique to this training camp, the first day in full pads with contact for the Browns. In other words, real football today for the Browns out on the practice field, and a good day of work once again. But the quarterback issue is the story of the day, as it will be probably throughout the entire training camp and probably the entire season. After all, this is Cleveland, and this is what we do. Here's what we know on this particular day after the monumental day and the decision of Sue L. Robinson yesterday of a 6-game suspension. We are inside that 3-day window that the NFL can take right now and decide what they're going to do in regards to the outcome of her decision and the 6-game suspension. In other words, are they going to appeal and change the suspension and up it? Or are they going to let the decision ride and keep it at 6 games? So there are a lot of anxious moments out here in Berea and inside the walls of the Browns headquarters here, wondering what is going to go on. What do they have to deal with? Is it just 6 games? Or is Roger Goodell going to step in, change the decision, and lengthen the suspension of Watson, and then that makes the Browns' season outlook a whole lot different than if it remains at 6 games. So once again, we're inside that 3-day window, and we continue to wait. There is a lot of noise about what is going on here. Number one, a lot of people are saying the NFL has to come in and show a power of strength in the decision and show that they care about what the decision was worded during that 16-page decision written by Sue L. Robinson, that basically Deshaun Watson was widely in violation of the personal conduct policy, and they must step in and lengthen the suspension to show that they care and that they will not tolerate behavior like this. On the other side, people are saying, hey, listen, you've put this new disciplinary procedure and hearing process and disciplinary officer in place. She is a well-credentialed federal judge who really took a good hard look at the case, and she's come up with a 6-game suspension, and that should be it. Leave it alone. That's why you went with this process. Why would you disagree with her and kind of wipe out her decision when it's her first time and the first implication and putting this process into play? Why would you do that? So whichever side of the fence you're on, and believe me, a lot of people are on both sides of the fence in the issue as we continue to wait. Quite possibly Thursday morning could be the time that we hear what the NFL is going to do, if not before that. Which takes us to our new starting quarterback, at least for the first 6 games of the season, and that's Jacoby Brissett. Perfectly cut out for this role. Why? Because he's done it so many times in his NFL career. This has been his NFL career. He's never really had a team where it is his team to be the starting quarterback. It's always been the other guy's team, but the other guy is out for one reason or another, and he steps in and holds serve for that team. He did it well in New England. He did it for a long time and reasonably well in Indianapolis. He did it in Miami last year, not for a long time. But when he became available, the Browns jumped at the opportunity to sign him in free agency because they were well aware that there was going to be a probable suspension of Deshaun Watson. And so, therefore, they needed a guy who could come in and do the job. Why not get a guy who's done the job a number of times? That guy is Jacoby Brissett. He's well aware of the situation, but he also has a very talented team around him. Even when he was playing with the Patriots, this team, the Browns, the way it's set up right now, is really talented. He's got a great offensive line. He's got a great running game. He's got a highly paid, hopefully very productive tight end. He's got a great receiver in Amari Cooper and hopefully receivers around him. What more would a quarterback need or want? He realizes that, and he knows it's 6 games, and it could be more. His job, if it's just 6 games, hold serve. Make sure that the Browns keep their head above water for the first 6 games until they could get to October 23rd, when Deshaun Watson would become available if the suspension stays the way it is right now. So they are very pleased with Jacoby Brissett, and we'll see their plan as to how much they're going to use him and get him ready for the opening game in Carolina during the preseason. Will he play a lot, or will they just get him ready the last 2 weeks for September 11th when they open against the Panthers? On the practice field today, the guy that wasn't on the practice field today, Amari Cooper, turned his ankle indeed yesterday. They do not feel it is serious, and he should return to practice pretty early in the practice sessions, probably coming up over the weekend. And finally, a guy to watch out for, one of these young kids who is really cashing in on the opportunities he's getting because there are so many wide receivers injured, and that would be the 6th-round draft choice out of Oklahoma. He wears number 12, Michael Woods. He had a great day yesterday, a better day today, and that's with defensive backs playing against him. He's got size, he's got speed, and so far he has opened an awful lot of eyes. That wraps up the Tuesday edition of Browns Training Camp, and we continue to cover the story for you. Come back and join us. I'm Jim Donovan for WKYC.com.